A Disney influencer named Dominique Brown died at the age of 34 after reportedly experiencing allergic reaction at the holiday food event. It was hosted by Box Lunch on Thursday, December 5th. One person that is claiming to know her wrote on X that she instantly felt bad and asked to be taken to the hospital. She even asked if there was peanuts in the food and everyone told her no. Box Lunch told US Weekly in a statement that their hearts go out to her friends and family and that they'll do everything to support them and the members of the Box Lunch Collective. 911 was called immediately and the company had previously communicated allergies of guests to the venue. So if you guys communicated people's allergies, how come her allergies were just neglected? Nobody cared about the peanuts. May Dominique Brown rest in peace. This is so fucking sad. She was so young. I hope that her family definitely sues them down for negligence, because she should still be here. Like, there should be no reason why any fucking food that she was allergic to was given to her or was in her vicinity.
Dominique Brown should still be here, and what happened to her was senseless and preventable, and making this video was something I never thought I'd have to do. She unfortunately passed away on Thursday, December 5th at a Box Lunch Holiday Collective event. She had made Box Lunch aware of her allergy prior to this event, and she double-checked at the venue to make sure that they not only were aware of her allergy, but it was not in any food that she was going to be getting. They assured her that they knew of her allergy and that the food did not contain it. Box Lunch is offering grief counseling for both staffers and the Box Lunch Collective. The company is conducting an independent investigation into the incident, and truly that is the barest of bare minimums that Box Lunch should be doing at this moment. Box Lunch has not made a public statement addressing this loss, and the only statement that I know they have made is through an email that they sent out to the collective. She was a light and joy to everyone she came into contact with, and everyone who had a part in this, from Box Lunch to the venue, needs to be held accountable and somebody has to pay. I want you to believe every story you hear about Dominique Brown, because every word that has been said about her is true. She was a light to everyone she came in contact with. She was a pioneer and such a pivotal person in the Black Disney and Black Girl Disney community. The Black Girl Disney community that she co-founded with her friend Mia to make sure that Black girls felt safe and felt welcomed into the Disney space.
You've ignored and deleted all of my comments underneath your video to the extent to now that you've actually blocked me. And so now I'm going to make a video about it because you're not going to A, silence me, or B, try to deflect responsibility from the damage that you've done to a young Black woman. So this is a direct call out video to Box Lunch, since you guys are actively refusing to take any sort of responsibility or accountability by releasing any sort of a statement about what you did to Dominique Brown. Like, I'm actually appalled that you're actually trying to throw this under the rug as if someone didn't just die. For context, I'm sure everyone's already heard the story, but Dominique Brown was her name, and she was 34 years of age, and she was a Disney influencer. And she was invited by Box Lunch to this Christmas food party. Now, she had an allergic reaction, and I don't know about you, but it should be mandatory. It should be an expectation. In fact, it should be your responsibility as a food company to have people at the very least on deck in case this type of things happen, in case an allergic reaction or something of that nature is to take place. That is the very basic regulatory procedures that you should have in place as a company, a food company that's actively involving influencers from across the world to an event. And from my knowledge, I'm pretty sure that you guys didn't even do the very basics in asking the fellow influencers that you had at your event. You didn't even ask them if they had any sort of allergic reaction or anything of that nature. I think that's actually insane. You should do the very basics and not cut corners, especially if it could mean life or death, which was unfortunately the case of Dominique Brown. So everybody, let's go leave a lovely little comment at Box Lunch and have them make an actual statement instead of deflecting accountability like they have been. Okay? Because that's not what I'm going to stand for. Not me. And I pray to God that the whole world hears what you've done and the negligence that you and your team have done, so that a young person has died ruthlessly and avoidably. and you are still refusing to make a statement about it.
So, let me get this straight. Black female Disney influencer went to an industry event put on by Box Lunch. There were other influencers there as well. The woman's name is Dominique Brown. And she went to this influencer event and let them know that she had certain allergies. Life-threatening allergies. The host of the event, Box Lunch, were made aware of these allergies. Life-threatening allergies. And apparently, whatever she was allergic to was being passed around, right? In some kind of way. I'm thinking possibly due to food contamination, you mixing this with that, coming in contact with this and that. She passed away. I can't even imagine, I need a minute because what? Now, I don't want to go there, but oftentimes I feel like Black female content creators, and really just in general, Black content creators, we are to be seen but not heard. And it is unfortunate and tragic that this was one of those times. And it cost a beautiful, Black, talented, female content creator to lose her life. No statement has been made by Box Lunch as of yet. My heart sincerely goes out to all of those who loved her and enjoyed her content. This should not have happened at all. And some heads need to roll.
I've been seeing so much about Dominique Brown, the content creator that passed away from an allergy at a Box Lunch event. And it made me think a lot about some of the absolutely insane influencer events that I've been to. And I've thought so many times and said to people around me, isn't it crazy they don't ask our allergies? So I'm in the middle of my second trimester, but when I was first pregnant, I want to say I was maybe 10 weeks. So I was close to my second trimester, but I definitely wasn't in my second trimester. I wasn't telling anyone yet. And I was invited to a dinner, and it's at a restaurant that I've been to before here in New York. So I was thinking, okay, I know pretty much what the food there is like, and there'll be something that I can get. And keep in mind, most of the time you're getting some sort of prefix menu if it's a sit down dinner, and I knew it was a smaller event. So I'm not going to be able to order from the regular menu, but usually it'll be 2 to 3 options. There might be a vegan option, a vegetarian option, etc. And so I was okay, I should be fine. Especially when you're pregnant, there's not tons of things you can't eat. And this restaurant was not a sushi restaurant. I knew there wasn't going to be raw or, raw food or whatever. I was okay, I should be fine. When I get to this event, it's a supplement brand. I have already gotten a welcome drink, and I tasted it. I immediately know that there's something weird in it. They said it was a mocktail. I put it down immediately. I was I don't know what that is. It had a weird aftertaste. They start telling us when we sit down, we've infused every course and beverage with our supplements. I'm sorry. You did what? The way that is so insane to me. And so I'm furiously Googling, are these supplements safe for pregnant women to take? And keep in mind, I hadn't really consumed anything except for taking a sip of this drink, and it was just really electrolytes. I think that was the product that was in that drink. But what? And supplements in the United States are not super regulated. So I was couldn't really find straight answers on their own website. It definitely did not say this is safe for pregnant women, which is a really big deal when companies have that, because you do need to do rigorous testing to say this product is safe for pregnant women, to explicitly say that. So most companies just give a general vibe, yeah, like they don't really answer that question. And so this company obviously did not have that on their website. There was I want to say pharmacist or like woman that works for the company that helps to formulate all of their supplements. She was there at the dinner. So I'm already like 3 courses deep. I'm literally not eating anything that looks like there's like powders on things that have supplements infused into it. There's like jellies with things. I basically am eating like bread. I'm eating like some fruit that's on the table. I'm eating things that I know have not been like infused. Like, and then I like am able to see her for a second and I'm like, hey, is this stuff safe for pregnant women? And she's like, well, yeah, it should be fine. Okay, that's not really giving me a ton of reassurance. So I straight up just didn't eat. I text my husband. I go, I'm literally starving. He DoorDashes me food to like be there when I get home. And I feel like it's just keep in mind, I've been to so many events that are like sit down lunches, sit down dinners. They just plop a plate right in front of you. They'll be like, yep, the starter is salmon. No one asked me if I had an allergy ever. I have no allergies. So like, I'm not really at risk, but the way that like no one checks, that's what I want to really just make clear. Like no one checks with you before an event to see if you have an allergy. You would need to advocate for yourself before you ever went to an event to say, I have an allergy. And then you would need to like rigorously be checking in with the brand and the people at the event. So that's wild. And it is something I've thought about many times since being at that one dinner where they tried to put vitamins and supplements and a bunch of weird stuff in my food.
I, like millions of people, have a food allergy. I'm allergic to peanuts and other things. What really pains me is the fact that a big brand like Box Lunch didn't have medical staff on standby. The fact that y'all don't take food allergies seriously is what really sickens me. My love, my prayers go out to Dominique Brown's family, the woman who ended up losing her life because of the negligence. In 2024, almost 2025, why is it that we still don't take food allergies, dietary restrictions seriously? Because for some of us, it's a matter of life or death. The fact that this even happened is disgusting. It is disgraceful. This should not have happened, and my heart goes out to her family. Big brands, big companies. You bring all these influencers from different places, but yet you can't have medical staff on standby. If you're going to host an influencer event, make sure that you're prepared. At the bare minimum, you should have medical staff on standby. In 2024, going into 2025, do better.